Day 49. Backstreak's back, baby. I mispronounced street at first and had to... Alright. I've accomplished some side tasks along the way, but the original things I was trying to figure out haven't exactly been cleared out. Let's find out if I literally cleared out the box tunnel though, because I did like 14 or 15 of them last time, I think. How's it looking back there? Even the box with the notes is gone. Yeah, it's on the floor now. That one sticks around though. What is that? The file cabinet key. An old rusted file cabinet key likely opens a drawer somewhere on the estate. Huh. So I guess those boxes don't go anywhere. And I guess the file cabinet's all that's here. It being with all the foreman stuff makes me think it's probably in the underground area. Maybe in the giant storage area, or maybe in that one little side area right by the big gear puzzle. Were there filing cabinets in there? I don't think so. Let's check underneath the base first. Okay, there are some candidates for filing cabinets. Yep. Those do be filing cabinets. It's a lot of filing cabinets. But at what cost? I imagine it's not just a random one, but is like more of like an iconic location. Which is why I suspect that specific location. Sandy Heights, 5 p.m., 100 bells. I think that's still just a lore thing. And not like a puzzle I should be working on. Yeah, so I think it's probably over here. I don't remember filing cabinet specifically. But this is the location I associate most with the foreman, I think. Is this little spot. Oh, there's a filing cabinet. Yep. Oh, there it goes. To the Baroness of Mount Holly for her own hand. Numeric cores. By the Third Era, numeric cores had fallen completely out of favor and were no longer included in proofs by serious arithmeticians. This concept, once considered sacred, was now regarded as an over-engineered concept that only served to slow further advancements in the field, as Philip Wilkins once famously put it. Steps to find a numeric core. Take any number with 4 or more digits without changing the sequence. Split that number into 4 smaller numbers. 4, 64, 55. 8, 64, 55. 8, 6, 4, 5, 5. Next, assign each a different color, resulting in a valid mathematical equation that produces the smallest whole number possible. The first number should be always assigned teal to begin with a positive number. 8 minus 6 times 45 divided by 5. If the result is a number with more than 3 digits, repeat the above process. The final number you obtain is less... if the final number you obtain that is less than 4 digits is considered the numeric core of the larger number. Well, this seems silly. Alright, let's screenshot it. Sounds like some digital root shit from from freaking 999 again or something. Is that the whole thing? Oh, numeric coring examples. 8, 64, 5, 5 become 8, 6, 45, and 5. 8 minus 6 times 45 divided by 5. Core 18. 3614 becomes, and then you have to figure them all out. They say split into smaller numbers, and then for example becomes this. It doesn't say can become this, it says becomes this, like that's the answer. So I can't help but wonder, like, how did they land on that number? Like, how does that... Why does the 45 stay together, specifically? Is there a rule? Or did they just land on it? And you go for the smallest whole number possible. They say assign each a different color, so I guess they all have to be different colors. That explains why there's a times. Otherwise I was like, what are you doing? Why would you ever multiply if you're trying to get the smallest number possible? Let's see. I forgot the details of it, but this was hinted 1 million years ago. Yeah, I wrote it down, but I didn't know how to write it down. A long time ago, when we were still trying to figure out any of the safe combinations, there's a part where somebody wrote 45292. Coincidence or something? When they were like cracking something about the layout of the building. And I think those were written in different colors, probably. Like, that probably was a mathematical equation, but we didn't know about mathematical equations yet. As being numbers just written different colors on their own. We definitely didn't know this, but that was probably indicating a numeric core. And I wonder if the number... I wonder if the number that was being written down might have a numeric core that was equal to the number of... If that was equal to the number of rooms in the building or something? Foreman's log. Okay. That exists. I'm a little paranoid of whether or not I can open any of the other ones up. I don't currently have a reason to open up the room, the lever, and one of the things you can start an experiment for asks you to open up levers, so I might want to save that for later. Because I could potentially be rewarded for it later if I don't use it yet. I kind of mashed a little bit when I opened that particular one. So I do want to like be a little sure that it doesn't open anything else. I didn't actually see a prompt to open it, so I'm worried that I might have like missed one back here. But that was the one that I thought of immediately, so the fact that it opened is encouraging. Just mashing E and clicks, I actually don't even know which one did it. Got a little impatient. But the fact that I opened anything means we're probably done. But I probably still will be really paranoid for the rest of this run about any more levers I see. Not levers, any more filing cabinets I see. So we cleared out that entire tunnel painstakingly to just learn about numeric cores. Huh. I wonder if... That probably came up somewhere in the exam, but I don't remember because I didn't know what the concept was. Well, it wouldn't be the weird squiggly things, because that wouldn't really translate. Anything applicable? My tool shed goals are kind of done with. We're trying to see if we can maximize... Yeah, we're trying to get every key in a run, and we're trying to do the Mechanarium. These days I don't really need to be immune to gems because I have a lot of tools for getting them, and I've also made a lot of the more expensive rooms free. So I guess I should experiment with the shrine and see if I can find out what another number does. Last time I did 18. Let's do 13. That's always a cursed little number. Blessing of the Monk. If you call it a day in a room in your house, you will have the opportunity to draft that room from the grounds the following day. Huh. If you call it a day in a room in your house, you will have the opportunity to draft that room from the grounds the following day. So they're saying that if you call a day in a room, you can make it this room? The one that's here? I might have solved the Mechanarium then, yeah. That's interesting. Also, where's my pen? Oh, hang on a minute. I'm keeping a schedule for an upcoming convention in a literal physical journal, just so I can write down all the plans in a way that I'll have access to. 13 is monk. 18 is dancer. That meant that I didn't have my pen on me. Whoops. I left it with the other journal. I was about to pack it for a trip. I'm like, no, we need that. We're doing this stuff. So for the next 3 days, the room that I call it a day in can be brought here. Which is interesting for that purpose and annoying for other purposes because it means not having an outside door. But what I'm curious about is if I can't figure out how to do the Mechanarium today the way I've been trying to do, I wonder if I can make it even easier. Because we think that the Mechanarium seems to, like, skip the 3 outer doors if those doors are already blocked and it can't make a connection for the door to spawn. Which means that it makes it easier to generate the 4 diagonal doors that don't go anywhere but open up secret nonsense. If I summon it out here, outside, it can't connect anything. So, like, it would just have to spawn the 4 inner doors. I still wouldn't want to spawn it right away. So I've got to remember to, next run, I've got to remember not to generate the outer door, the outer room at all. Because I'd want to go in here, do my run, generate at least 4 mechanical rooms, and then go back outside and spawn the Mechanarium. Which means this run, my biggest priority, if I want to test this, is to spawn the Mechanarium at all, while I continue to hunt for every key I can for the other puzzle. Good spot for a hallway. I like getting the utility box, but it's a little awkwardly early. Gonna make the run for the dark room a pain. I really wish you could fix the dark room in advance in some way. But that would be too easy. It's a red room. It's supposed to be a dick. Ding. The further we get in, the more I almost regret duplicating the den. The attic already? Geez. I guess. I kind of regret duplicating the den sometimes, just because it can generate a box. But usually it just generates the 1 gem. And 1 gem is a bit disappointing, given how good other rooms can be. But it is a free 3-way connection, but its usefulness as a 3-way connection is somewhat reduced by the fact that I usually spam it out at the beginning of the run while trying to do the early resource gathering building. So it doesn't get a lot of chance to come up later in the run and give me a free connection when I'm struggling later. It's probably my weakness at drawing stuff in this game, is just like not necessarily always having a good mental, like, Oh, like having good awareness of like what the balance of the deck currently is. It can be hard to be aware of like what the current balance is of dead ends versus other types of rooms, and if you're in a healthy place, and whether or not you've kind of like trapped yourself in a bad spot. Let's not do the passageway yet. Diamonds. Apple. Sail. Slice. Key. Do I want the cross? I guess I want the Mechanarium to be... Oh, it's the diamond. It's diamond miner anyway. I was like, I guess I want the Mechanarium to be common. And I think it counts as a four-way door. Even if it's a little silly. So I've got a metal detector, lever. I don't have a shovel yet. Maybe I'll spawn a commissary over here. Nope, it's a kitchen. A walk-in closet. They're really giving me all of the dead ends that let me pick up items. And even spawning them in locations where I'd reasonably want to pick them. And this one's all currencies. Brutal. Yes, I count keys as currencies. Everything in the top right corner is a currency. That's just like my way of distinguishing between those kinds of items and all the inventory items that are actually unique and actually helping me make progress at depleting the pool and reaching whatever I want. Because in many cases, every item you find is a good find, because even if it's not the one you're looking for, now you can't find that one again. So you're more likely to find the one you're looking for next. I hope. But maybe not. Oh, this sucks. Do I redraw instead of getting a dead end here? A library. Another closet. Awkward use of library. Ugh. Closet's tempting, but I just... if I get a dead end here, then I'm all the way back to the corner down there. With them being my only remaining options. And that would make me sad. I'm already up to 13 gems. The music room already. Rude. Green rooms become more common. Yeah, so we just gained a door. Yeah, it is kind of hidden away. When I spawned it, that was probably a brick wall from not having a valid place for it to go. Hello. And we can fix that lever if we want to. Maybe if I start a certain lab experiment and it's worth doing. Awkward direction for the courtyard to be in. Do a secret passage to spawn one of the stores, because I just don't have any of them yet. Little key. Not great. I guess the gift shop is oriented well. I was definitely hoping for the commissary or anything else here. I literally can't buy anything else here. I was definitely hoping for the commissary or the armory. The commissary dead end. Oh. Well, I'm not gonna... Oh, the courtyard could be not a dead end. Somewhat awkwardly. I'm all the way up here, though. The commissary is reasonable. I have a solid, like, 2-column empty space over here that I can get to from down there, hopefully. I'm gonna believe. Shovel. Gems. We like the sail. When do I get to play Dirigiblocks? You play the console edition of Dirigiblocks in the twin room, I guess? Anyway, it's probably about time to run back. And try to build up those lower ranks that we haven't gotten to back there. Oh, it's weird looking. Oh, you have the shovel now. Yeah, this passage looks really weird coming in from the outside. I did not immediately, but I did suspect that that was going to be a doorway. Because there was just like the outline of the shape of it. I also wonder if that one... Wherever I found that one page, I think that was the end of the sleep diary. I wonder if it was hinting at me to put the Mechanarium in the guest room. In the outdoor room. Anything there? No. I wonder if they were hinting for me to do that, because... the... that weird drawing showed the outdoor room, but with 3 doorways by it. And it's like, what does that mean? Commas? Nope. No conservatory this time. Awkward. Well, I prefer to avoid dead ends. Because we only have the 2 paths over here. If I successfully go up here with hallways and whatnot, I can draw dead ends going to the right. Get our 1 gem from watering and our 1 gem from gemming. Yeah. I could use a kitchen now, though. Yeah, let's do the West Wing Hall. Should make it a bit safer to do some dead ends. Let's see how the next door turns out for going forward. Oop. The garage can be nice. You spawn the garage, but then now don't plan on making a dead end right here? Yeah, I already powered you on. But I'm not seeing any dig spots out there. Did you, oop. Sneaky coin. Alright, so we're going for a left turn. Or that could happen. Do I want a workshop? I did get to use the fire and the sledgehammer a bunch, so I actually might finally be post my need of workshop. It's good to have available because you can craft specific tools that might be helpful. But I would rather avoid the gift shop being my only access to the top half of this fortress. It's like, I think I'm gonna use a dice. The courtyard is much better. Yeah. Courtyard is nice. It's set up to generate more gems than normal, and it usually gives me one of the gardening items. And then it usually has a couple holes and maybe even a box. I like the courtyard a lot. These are shit. Wow. Appalling. This would have been such a good moment for a dead end. The drawing room and cloister arena are just horrible to draw as dead ends. Completely defeats the purpose of both of them. So I guess I'm just gonna... Goodbye, pantry. Goodbye. Hallway, please. Just let me burst through past her. Not great. I guess the solarium to get another dead end out of the deck. Yep, I got stopped. That sucks. I was really hoping for one more hallway of any kind Just anything lengthy. So I could burst through this choke and arrive up there. But nope, now we're going back to the gift shop. This all did not successfully connect or expand. But I did successfully fill it in, so it could have gone worse. This is a dead end, and I fell for it. And I made it 30 seconds ago. Why does anyone watch me when I'm like this? I didn't fool anyone. I was like this the whole time. Alright, getting a little lower on steps in a way that makes me regret the detour, but we filled it in. See, we did draw the commissary, no kitchen yet, so the kitchen and dining room are both in play. We just gotta hope the game doesn't kill me right now. Okay, Cloister Arena is pretty good. I'm not gonna get the luck bonus. But it does mean I suddenly have 3 paths. I really need to make this room free when I get the chance. It's such an appealing room to draw, but it's probably already my most purchased room ever, or most gem sucking room in total at least. We have so many keys and gems, it's wild. Yeah, I'll do the passageway. That makes this a good spot for a dead end. Or none of that if you want. I guess you could just not give me a dead end at all. Sure, let's do the boiler room. Any dirt down there? Here's one of the things I'm still trying to generate, the gear rooms. And some turnips. It's rough not being able to control generating the, gallery for the 8. Oh wait, no, I don't care about the 8-room key anymore. There might be a benefit to having it around, but that's just for the... That's just for the 8-room on the 8th rank. That's not... We're done with that. I did that already. Security. That is another gear room. I haven't even started the lab experiment yet. I have not had computer access. That kind of hurts. There's a trunk somewhere? Oh, I know, I already turned it off, so high. Unlocked. There we go. Let's see, staff services, announcements. Simon somehow reestablished satellite connection to the estate. Next day, 20th. I can confirm that this morning, as I was driving up to the estate to reset the house, I did see that the satellite was up. So it appears the young master does, in fact, have complete mastery of the house. So Anne Babbage resets the house by hand every day? Oh no, I feel bad. 21st. Yay! I'm going to guess that means he's likely already reached room 46 then. I knew he would pull it off. I just knew it. Congratulations, Simon. Kimberly Thompson. 22nd. Kimberly, I can't confirm with any certainty that he's reached room 46 yet, but from the activity I can see on the network, I'd be very surprised if he hasn't. So congratulations are in order from me as well, Simon. I too knew you would pull it off. Randolph Moore. December 25th. Well, I have not checked for a bit, huh? Merry Christmas, Simon. Or as her ladyship used to call your mother, Merry Christmas. Ha 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 ha. We wanted to let you know that we've left some presents for you in the boudoir today. Hopefully next year we'll be able to celebrate this day together. Your friends and faithful service. Oh no. What day is it now? Did I miss it? Shit. That's what happens when I don't check these every day. Did I miss Christmas? In the Christmas room, the one that foreshadowed Christmas? The pain. Alright, remote access. Laboratory. I guess that raises the question of whether or not I ever managed to not play the boudoir in a run. Remove a crate from the tunnel, which is useless. Gain 1 key from every 2 hallways in the house. Permanently add 1 to your allowance. How many keys do I need? Every time you view your map, whenever you spend 2 or more gems drafting a room. For every room you draft within the next 40 seconds. Stressful. I don't know if I'm gonna get the chance to save up my steps this run because they're getting a little low. But it's tempting to save it up for that and just spam it until that works out there. Let's just do the passive one. So I'm not doing so bad on keys. It's weird to say, but we're kind of like in a post keys and gems economy. Not totally, but it's like they're much less likely to actually stop me anymore. There's just been enough things that let me break through. I think I'd currently prefer to not generate that dead end. Utility closet's so far back though. 1, 2, no. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. It cost me all my steps to get there and back. I think security is disabled though for that. But yeah, if I don't generate a dead end, at least I have the chance to draw even a random piece of bullshit there instead of nothing. Woof. The weight room and the archives both at once. Yeah. Let's see. Oh yeah, we did not do we did not spawn the Southern Cross, so it's not that. But getting two four-way red rooms. I guess it's spawning them because the ducts are still connected. But those are both vicious. So I think I might have to cut off the end of my red situation here. And summon grade 1. Get a little apple and the chance to redraw a few times here. Ooh. I want the armory. Mainly just for the axe, though. I mean, it's a good reason, but... Ugh. That limits me to one door that isn't the dark room. I think I'm gonna use my many redraws to see if I can get something more open. Oh, that doesn't make me lose half my steps, please? Hallway doors are always unlocked. How many hallways are there? This would be my 5th one already placed. The primary benefit of this is just the fact that at least it goes forward instead of the cloister. Ooh. At least the dove coat lets me go up. Do I commit to that? And just hope? Or do I keep drawing, hoping to get a better option? There's got to be better stuff still. The drawing room isn't the worst ever. The ballroom is funny because it seemed powerful at first, but now it just seems like it's actively a hazard because I almost always have too many gems. The drawing room would be sad to lose one of the redraw rooms up front. But I'm running out of redraws, and at least this one lets me go up. It is a bit wasteful to ever play the dove coat because it being in your hand lets you rotate rooms, which is powerful. Meanwhile, the room itself doesn't do anything. Yeah, the pool furthers my goals of trying to generate all the gear rooms, but the workshop is one of the gear rooms, so it's a little sad to pass it up again. I think it's my third time not playing it, so I'm just not really keeping up with my own goals very well right now. But while a hallway is better than a dead end, it keeps being drawn in situations where it would really ruin me. The compass and the treasure map. You're becoming a regular one, aren't you? Up here on the left. I think the game is like... I think the game does have like a roguelite system where it is slowly adding elements to the randomization that just weren't in the pool originally. Haha, the pool. That's obviously the case in the case of things I'm actually adding to the pool myself, but in some of these cases it definitely feels like certain things were added gradually over time without necessarily having a specific moment that made sense for that. Start digging. Sneaky key. I do have the shovel. Where's the dig spot? Oh, there it is. Damn. Ta-da! Oh, 40 coins. Plus 13, damn. So 53 coins. So it doesn't always give you gems. I thought it was like 20, wasn't it like 25 coins and 5 gems or 3 gems or something? Wonder if there's any new emails? No. I wonder if I'll draw the room that lets me see if there's stuff today. Hang on, do computers say what day it is? I don't think they do. Could be wrong. Oh, there it is. I guess we'll find out. That's a whole ass Christmas tree. It's the one from the picture. Huh. Two keys, 2 dice, 6 gems, sneaky bonus coin. Huh. And then this present's just clipping into that thing. Then there's the 2 dice that are actually supposed to be here. It's here! It's the Christmas tree! Yar! I walk in, I point out that's the Christmas tree in the Christmas room with the Christmas password. Immediately type in the office password. Only time I've ever done that. That's very funny. Well, dang. Meowdy, y'all. That ribbon just ends inside the tree. What do I even do with all these resources at this point? I'm scared. Conservatory! I was hoping. I didn't even check if I was facing the right way. I was a little worried that I might have just screwed up. No more items. How many keys do we have? 1, but arguably 0. So we're not making any progress at experimenting with the music room, if that's what I'm going for. The weight room is already rare. Okay, good. Because fuck you. I think I changed that last time. Bunk room for 2 bedrooms. Maybe a little more common. We like the aquarium. Summoning the veranda will give me 1 more allowance. We do have that right now. Sneaky coin. Alright, so I've skipped having to generate a room connected to the dark room, but it did give me the workshop here. Maybe because... can you power this room? I don't think you can, no. So it's not because of duct. So a lot of gear rooms right now, right? Utility closet for 1. Security and boiler closet in boiler room. So there's 3. 4. I've generated 4 already, which doesn't sound that impressive, but there's not that many of them. A battery, but why? Right, magnifying and glass and metal detector is the torch. Shovel and compass is bad. Have I done compass and battery pack before for the electromagnet? What is this? You are more likely to draw mechanical rooms while drafting. Oh. And it automatically collects the coins and keys in the room. That's fun. Hello. Huh. What was that made of again? Did I just immediately forget? There's the compass and the battery, right? Yeah, I already have the metal. I have the metal detector, shovel, and sledgehammer still. Compass and battery makes a thing that generates gear rooms. Okay, so another mechanic that helps this be more reasonable. I can't believe there's nothing to craft a coupon book with. But it's made of paper. It's so sturdy. Okay. Back to the cloister of Rena then. Not really making progress on gears at the moment, but maybe I can... Okay, I went the wrong way. I'm so good and smart and things. Maybe go up north first and build back down. I wonder if I can trap the... Nope, automatically gathering things. I wonder if I can trap the Mechanarium. There's the pump room. I don't think I currently have a plan for this room besides it having a gear. A greenhouse door. Key. Whoa. Laboratory, another gear. Let's look to find my items around. Does let me do a right turn. The vault would kind of be a waste. Let's do a redraw. I have all these dice. The music room. Sure. Lets me go the way I'm trying to go, and also gives me a chance at this RNG nonsense. It's the fucking security key, of course. We had no... Oh, my thing auto collected the key. I was like, did it not give me a key? Wait. It has to. Closed exhibit we have access through. I just want to get past this choke. Maybe not the best strategy ever. On some level we kind of do want to generate all the right rooms right now, but... Let's see. 1... 2, 3... 4... 5, 6. I've generated 6. If I draw the Mechanarium, I might be set. I don't know if it does what I want it to, but at the very least I can stop thinking about it if it doesn't. I'm like staring at this and triple checking it because the treasure trove is so hard to look at that I can't really tell if it's facing the way I'm thinking that I want it to be facing. I have so much money the game won't let me spend. Oh my god. It auto-collected all the money and I have 184 now. God, the coin purse. That was surreal. It all automatically flew at... It was that far away, but it still did the animation of trying to fly at the currency in the top right corner of my screen. So it just moved in a very strange direction through the wall. Mechanarium. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It should be pretty, like, maximal right now. It should be like whoops all doors, given that it can't generate that one and that one. Yeah. I did it. I believe. Let's try to generate the next room first, just so I'm not stuck here. I don't have a lot of reason to have a kitchen this late. I have a lot of keys though. A lot of dice. Let's try to... I really want to generate... Oh, the showroom. The showroom means I could get the pendant maybe? Which will let me keep 2 items for next run. It's probably still not as valuable as just generating the other room though, the armory. Otherwise, the stuff I buy there doesn't even affect the current run. None of this will affect this run, really. Why are you freaking out? That's weird. Isn't it freaking out supposed to be because it generated a gear room? None of these rooms are gear rooms. The rotunda feels like it should count, but it's not listed as one. Can I please have the... Please? Yeah, it definitely freaks out over the rotunda. I wonder if the rotunda counts as a gear room but hasn't been marked correctly. At the very least, its price gives me the value of... Hello. The price of the thing gives me an allowance. It's too late for it to affect what I'm doing right now. But I finally did it. I generated each part of this room. Is that the silver key? What room should I sleep in then? Sanctum key! Oh god. Okay, it occurred to me that the Sanctum key might be hard to get back. An upgrade disc? I'm gonna go in the rotunda, and I'm gonna try to generate the kitchen. Fuck, I should have put the kitchen down immediately. I blanked. I needed to put the kitchen down because I need steps. Steps are unusually a problem today, given how many of them I've just been throwing away lately. Secret garden key would be useless. Yeah. I might get a few steps, maybe, but I really want the chance to generate the kitchen. Or the dining room, which I haven't placed somehow. Ooh, the nurse's station is acceptable. Hopefully. It's a chance, at least. We'll do the math in a second. Trigger it real quick. 20, okay. So I was just having the thought that I should try to sleep in the music room. Because if I sleep in the music room, I can spawn it outside next time. And if that's going to be a rule, then I could intentionally not spawn it. Then fill the entire mansion in, which, by the way, I filled the mansion again. Look at that. And maybe that would be as late as I can possibly spawn it, as if I spawn it as my 45th room. Maybe that's what they want from me. But I don't know if I'm going to be able to do that, because I need to get the foundation. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yeah. It was certainly an idea, and maybe even one I can execute on in the future. But right now, I need to get the Sanctum key turned in. Otherwise, I have to do the whole Mechanarium thing again, and I wouldn't have accomplished anything. Oh, the rotating room. Is the rotunda done saved me? Maybe. 1, 2, 3... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We'll have to see if I can get back to the nursery room or not on the way back. I've got to spend the... It's fine. I can go up here and I can spend the upgrade disc, then come back and rest in the nurse station again. I was like, I don't want to risk going all the way down there and not spending the disc, because I'd then have to get the disc back too. We can do it. The guest bedroom. Will I start wanting to place this room again? Remember when I used to care about this room and because it was all of its steps? Hidden effect of a random bedroom in your draft pool? What? 10 steps, and if you enter the antechamber today, gain 2 gems in your allowance. Or two coins. 2 dice. If you have 2 on the estate today, gain an additional 4 dice. Huh. The Geist bedroom. I do admittedly often avoid playing this room these days, so maybe the steps aren't that worth it anymore. Because of food and other things giving you bonuses. Whereas, like, I'd be pretty excited to get 2 dice. I don't think the tomb is going to come into play most of the time, but 2 dice. If you enter the antechamber, blah 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 allowance, that's just... I don't go there that often. It's probably not going to happen. And there's other ways of raising my allowance. But does a random bedroom effect? The guess bedroom. That's very funny. The guess bedroom, the quest bedroom, and the Geist bedroom. The Geist doesn't rhyme. So the quest bedroom is the one you pick if you want to keep the 10 steps, basically. And then just get a bonus. Like, maybe you'll get this. I'm gonna go for the dice. That just seems obvious to me. I don't love losing the 10 steps, but the other ones just are kind of lame. Like the 10 steps, but sometimes 2 allowance is just so minor that it basically isn't an upgrade. It just won't really come up most of the time. And I have just way cheesier ways of spamming more allowance. Alright, so I did that. I'm not really going to bother doing the math because no matter what, I'm going to do the Sanctum key. That's required. But I will be as efficient as I can, and if I can make it back to the nurse's station, then I can make it up to the music room and try resting in it. Alright, back up to 20. Yeah, that was a pretty lucky draw. It might have been more lucky to draw a place where I can buy a bunch of food. I mean, frankly, it would have been a lucky draw to have anything to do with my fucking money. Oh my goodness, at this point, I keep getting so much money and I can't do anything with it on a regular basis. I pass on the vault on a regular basis now because the amount of money it gives me doesn't impress me, and in many cases I won't have a thing to spend it on. It's like slightly even arguably to the game's detriment how hard it is to spend money. But I do have enough allowance to clear out the entire, I don't really have a reason to put the lever in here. Keep my option open even though I don't plan on doing anything, I don't know. Oh, that was just a prompt to spend it. Oh, a coin I never found, apparently. Yeah, unfortunately I don't think I'm gonna be able to make it back because there's multiple spots here that count as a step. And of all the items I have, I don't have the running shoes. And I haven't had them much lately, unfortunately. This is us somewhat facing the consequences of just doing the early exploration at the beginning of the run, and that eating into my steps at the beginning. But we obviously weren't going to not do it. I worked multiple episodes in a row to get that tunnel cleared. I'm going to look. Even if I don't know what to do with the information yet. Weird math. Alright, so we are now officially so close that the last remaining one is kind of agonizing. Funk. Alright, let's look at my page. Costa Rica is academia. Arinda Ares Fields, Heart Spring Railways, Royalty Goddess. Do I think I can solve Arinda Ares? Is Arinda Ares even one of the countries? It's Arch Ares on top, Araya on the bottom, and then it's like Arinda. Isn't it Fen Ares in the middle? Yeah, the railways got torn up, so my 8 countries are wrong. I need to revise my list of 8 countries to begin with, because one of them is Arinda Ares. And it's the same symbol as Fen Ares. It's this here, pentagon. That's one of the ones I have the most written down about, but it's historical stuff about a country that doesn't count anymore. Costa Rica is orange, and its whole thing is academia. Let's see. Is there anything else I can get about Costa Rica? Looks like a pretty big country. We know they have the heart symbol. I'm not sure if I'm ready to fill any more in. I'm gonna have to make a breakthrough on a lot of this stuff sooner or later, though. But thankfully I can just do them all at the same time, if needed. So right now the priority is just getting the 8 doors, and then once I have all 8 doors, then it's really like, okay, by now, I really gotta crack down. I'm just trying to write down information as I find it, and hope it all adds up. 190 coins, come on. Let me buy something. Please. Let's see. Oh yeah, this run I can remove the tunnel and the Mechanarium from my to-do list. We are down to just the key that is major if you spawn it quite late. Which, weird rule, weird clue. I don't believe in myself right now, but I'll see if I can make it back to the music room, which will first require making it back to... Yeah, that's a step. Not going great. I should probably check spaces within 6 steps just to see if they're better candidates. I can only make it back to the Cloister of Rena. I wonder what the secret passage would even do in the secret room. I assume nothing. I can go back to the commissary, which means I could spawn the commissary at the beginning. Spawn the attic in that room? That'd be a little weird. That means starting the run with as many items as possible. But the attic's relatively common. Whereas, like, I can spawn a unique closet as the outer room, and that could be a higher value if I'm trying to get every key possible. But this run we did the walk-in closet and the attic, and I think the guest bedroom maybe. But we definitely spawned a bunch of things, and I only got silver key and garden key, I think. Which is just not great progress there. Yeah, I'm not really seeing any crazy nearby rooms that I'd be desperate to spawn at the beginning. Because it'd be coming at the cost of not drawing an outer room at the beginning. And that would suck. I don't see I don't think any of the mechanics around here increased my steps. I don't have like a sleeping mask that would allow me to go into like a certain bedroom or something. If anything, I might want to go outside because I don't know if running out of steps counts as calling it a day. There's some concern that it might count as calling it a day when I run out of steps. And I would, God, there's so many coins. It's so silly. Oh, got more. We'll just plop one in here. What do I do with money? Yeah, it would suck if it counted as calling a day and it was like, the observatory is there, you can't generate a normal room, so let's avoid that, just in case. Alright, we completed a few goals, but now we're still down to that one that I have the least information on. I'm just like the least sure on how to proceed with, so that's a little scary. So I should think about where I think I might gain more information about the rooms and try to reprioritize that. Otherwise, I might start getting in some trouble there too. Not the rooms, the kingdoms, the countries. And how I might be wrong about what the list of 8 countries' names even are. Uh-oh.